We all just finished a 10-hour session on my birthday. It is morning out, I can barely see.
It's currently 3 a.m. right now.
22nd birthday, last birthday I ran super well. I ran so well, made $1,000 last birthday. We're gonna play a short session. Hopefully do the same. I was awake 21 of the available 24 hours on my birthday because my flight got delayed Friday night, so we didn't land in Tampa until October 2nd at 1 a.m. We had to make up lost time and went straight to Seminole Hard Rock Casino. I brought Jello and my friend from SIGEP, Graham.
Oh, let's go!
He sits to my right this entire video, and it was a blast playing with him at a casino for the first time.
Am I good? Alright, thanks for the action.
Dwindle down and then he'll W up, keep you in the game.
Dude, come back, like, just making sure you guys don't leave.
Next week, we have an exciting video. After a quick pull-up competition and some really good food, we take my mom to come play poker for her first time ever, and we get it all on the vlog. You'll have to wait until next week for that. Until then, enjoy this very late D-Gen birthday session.
So pumped to be in Tampa. Happy birthday to Frankie. Hopefully he gets some birthday run good. We got pocket nines in early position and ended up losing a small pot versus pocket eights who rivered a set against us. But next hand for us, we pick up king queen offsuit in the small blind. We've only got 110 in our stack because we hadn't added on just yet. There's a limp from the cutoff. The button opens it to 20. I decide just to call here. I played this whole session really tired and jet lagged, so I make some questionable plays, not gonna lie. The cutoff calls as well, and we're off to flop 3 ways, and it's a good one. King, queen, 3, rainbow. I check it, and it checks all the way through, and the turn's a 4. I gotta start betting here, and I bet $25. The cutoff makes a call on the button, the initial aggressor folds. The river's an offsuit 6, and I just rip the remainder of my stack in there, about $70 to $75. The cutoff stacks out those calling chips, tosses them in. I know I'm good. I flip it over and scoop in this little double up. No need to add on anymore.
We're dealt in at 3:30 in the morning, starting the birthday right with some poker with ace-jack offsuit on the button. There's early position raised to 10, cutoff calls. This is a hand that likes to isolate. Sometimes I 3-bet, but I just call this time the $10 and the big blind calls as well. That comes into play when the flop comes 3, 4, jack, 2 spades. It's a good flop. We see an early position c-bet to $20. I make the call here, and here's where it gets interesting. The big blind check raises to $80. I just sat down. I know nothing about these players yet. With top pair with the best kicker, I think a fold against an absolute tight knit who would never raise as a bluff is good. This guy could be raising with a flush draw, which I do have beat. He could also have king jack, which I'm dominating, so I'm making a call. The turn is one of those nut cards. It's the jack of diamonds, perfect for me. He now slows down and checks. I'm gonna go for a little bit of value. As you can see, with only $115 left, stack sizings are awkward. I bet $85, gonna get it all in on the river, obviously, and this time he folds. He's got 3-4 offsuit, so his 2-pair got counterfeited. Birthday luck already coming into play. Let's keep running hot. Thankfully for us, at this time of night, there's plenty of action players. In this hand, we've seen open from the hijack to 10, and the cutoff with 8-9 of spades, I make the call. The big blind has been playing extremely loose. He 3-bets to $45 with a very short stack. Hijack makes the call, and I make the call as well against a guy who's been bluffing a ton. The board comes ace 10 8. We flop bottom pair. On the flop, the big blind jams for $55. Hijack folds, and I know I only have bottom pair, but I've got some good backdoors, and the birthday luck just came into play last hand. Let's run it again. 22 years old, can I get there twice in a row? The turn is a 6 of clubs. River is the jack of hearts. Big blind flips over ace 9 offsuit. Oh well, back to starting stack.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final announcement. We are going to LA this weekend. Hustler Casino, a meetup game with Poker Beast is in order for Halloween weekend. Saturday we'll be there. Here's the details again. And also, we have another special announcement. We will be playing another game with the Gang Poker and Capron Funk, our friends we met last time we were there. We absolutely love them. The game's gonna be streamed on the Gang's Twitch account. Be sure to tune in. Links to all that below. They're the best. Show them love. Let's go to LA. Let's have some fun. I'm fired up, and the boys are too.
Here's an interesting one for you guys. We got ace 9 of spades in the cutoff, and there's one limp to me. I raise it up here to $15. The button makes a call, and the limper calls as well. 3 ways. It comes 2, 7, 9, 2 hearts. We got top pair, top kicker, and under the gun decides to lead out here, doesn't even give me the chance to bet. I'm not exactly sure how to proceed against these donk bets, been trying to figure it out lately. Let me know what you guys think you would do with ace 9 here after a under the gun donk bet. I just make the smooth call and the button calls as well, and the turn brings a deuce of spades. Under the gun leads out again for $15. Maybe he's trying to set his price with a flush draw. I still take the passive route and just call, decide not to raise it up here. The button could have a sneaky deuce in his hand. The button makes a call as well, and the river brings a 6 of hearts. Some straight draws get there like 10-8, and the flush draw comes in. A pretty bad card. Under the gun checks, I check, and the button now bets out $65. This guy I had particularly seen get caught bluffing earlier in the session, and so I pay it off here, see what he's got. And he shows me king, queen of clubs, an absolute bricked hand. We scoop in this pot with ace 9. We soon pick up pocket 9s in middle position, and our buddy Patrick. You'll hear plenty more from him later on in this vlog. He opens it to 20 under the gun, a pretty big raise. I'm just making the call here. I've got the price to do so and set mine. And the big blind comes as long as well. He was the tightest player at the table. We see a flop of 3, 4, 6 rainbow. We got an overpair to this board. Patrick leads out again for $10. I'm definitely not going anywhere, but I don't really see much merit in raising, so I just make the call. And now the big blind check raises here to $30. Patrick calls. I honestly don't even think I'm good here with my overpair. I sigh and just let it go. Our recording stops, but we ended up not having the best hand. I don't even remember exactly what they had, but I just remember being relieved that I was able to get away from this one, and the big blind definitely won this pot. I think he flopped a set.
Jello finally gets a seat at my table. I see him scoop in a good bluff catch to my left. I look down at that same hand that tried to bluff him, king queen offsuit in the hijack. I open for $15. There's a button straddle from our buddy Patrick, and he makes the call. We're going heads up to a flop, which comes queen 10 2 2 spades. Good board for us. I bet $20, and Patrick makes the call. The turn is the 4 of diamonds. He checks. He can have anything. I size up for $50, and again he makes the call. The river is the 5 of spades. The obvious draw gets in. He checks, and I still think I can get some value against straddles range. I jam it all in for only $70, and he folds 3-5 of diamonds, which was an open-ended straight flush draw on the turn, and we held against Patrick. A ton of outs there.
Next hand we got king 10 offsuit, and we are in kind of early position. I open it up to $10. We get 4 total callers, one of them including this guy wearing a suit at the table. Patrick continues to berate this guy, calling him suit man the entire session. It was pretty hilarious. We end up getting 4 total callers, and the board comes 4, 5, 10 rainbow. We got top pair, second highest kicker, checks to me, and I bet $20. Suit man calls, and Patrick calls in the big blind. The turn is pretty nice, I would say. The 10 of spades. When it checks me again, I don't think there's much need to bet big. I want both people to stay in the hand, so I bet $30 here, hoping to rope them in here. And suit man makes a call.
Suit man called you. I was gonna call you. I was gonna call you. Yeah. Suit man called you. Suit man.
Patrick gets out of the way, and the river is the queen of hearts. Maybe he's got a weaker 10 than me. I go for maximum value here and bet $125. However, suit man lets it go, and we're on to the next one.
Let me give these pocket 9s a shot. I'm in the button, and we've seen early position limp, a limp from Patrick. I bump it up to $15. Suitman makes the call, and Patrick calls. They are never folding after limping. The board comes 2, 3, 7. We flop an overpair. They both check. I put out a c-bet for $20, and we see Suitman and Patrick call. This is great news for us. Let's see a clean turn card on the birthday. How about a 9 of hearts? That is top set. We have the nuts right now, and we see an early position lead for $20. Patrick looks frustrated, but he folds. It's on me. Because I'm in position, it allows me to get a little tricky here. I just make the call. River comes to 3 of hearts. He leads out for $50. I take a second and rip it in for $120. Let's see if he has anything, and he does not. He makes the fold. We scoop a big pot, but listen to this.
I have you crushed, dog.
You 3?
Yeah.
How do you fold?
The nut 3. Crush.
Ooh, Patrick, you don't know how lucky you are, sir. If you would have called that turn bet, I would have roped you into the river, and we definitely would have got stacks in.
Our stacks back up to $300 now, and we decide to take advantage of the button straddle. How it works here is if you put $5 on the button, the first action preflop goes to the small blind and all the way around until it gets to you, so you get last action, both post and preflop, which is nice. I put on that button straddle, the small blind folds, and the big blind opens it to $10. He gets 3 callers before it's on to me, and I look down at queen 2 offsuit. Should probably just always be folding this. This is absolute garbage. I make the call, planning to maybe get a little sneaky on this board. Who knows? And we get a flop to do just that. It comes 3-3-7. The big blind continues betting here for $15, which I expect him to do with pretty much any hand he's going to open. Suitman makes a call and Patrick makes a call as well. I know Patrick and Suitman are both calling pretty light here. Maybe they've just got a 7, and I think if I put in a raise here, I might be able to take this down or potentially throw out a massive bluff on the turn if I get this one heads up. So I raise it to $75 here. I don't think I need to go too big. Initial raiser folds, which is always good, hoping that'll start a folding train, but no. Suitman quickly tosses in the call, and Patrick comes along as well, which I'm not loving. I was hoping to get a heads up against him. The turn is a brutal card. It's another 7, double pairing the board, probably the worst card possible because I'm sure if my opponents didn't have a 3, they for sure had a 7. They both check to me and I am gonna check this one back and shut down. The river is the Jack of Spades. Suitman checks. Patrick bets $130. I snap fold and Suitman calls. Patrick ends up having King 7 offsuit and Suitman had a 3, so kind of a cooler situation there. Patrick scoops in this pot, taking money away from his arch nemesis. For the record, I look back and this hand happened at 6 a.m. That probably had something to do with my ridiculous play. I'm not proud of it, but you can't take away the past. I went for it and completely failed. It happens.
I have the best time watching these vlogs back because I thought in my head I was getting loose here at 6 a.m. with Queen 8 of spades, and I put in a limp here, seeing 2 limps in front of me, watching Jack's hand back. Definitely got a kick out of the Queen 2 offsuit bluff. Big blind checks it back. We're going 4 ways to a flop, which comes 5, 9, 9, 2 spades. Suitman leaves out for $10. Pat folds. I make the call, and everyone else folds. Going heads up to a turn card, which is a 2 of spades. We have a Queen high flush. Suitman bets $15 from under the gun. I make the call here. I don't want to raise right when the flush gets there. I want to seem like I just have a 9 as well. Definitely go for some value. When the river comes the ace of hearts, I only lose to ace 9, pocket 2s, pocket 5s. When he bets $25, I go for a raise to 100. If he calls, we're happy. If he raises, I'm going to be folding here because that puts him on a full house for sure, or a better flush. Neither of those options happen. He folds, and we take down a good small pot.
Pocket 9s again. We got him in the cutoff this time. There were 2 limps to me and I opened it at $15. We lost both other times with them. Hopefully we can take this pot down. Only Patrick makes a call. He was one of the limpers. He's never going anywhere. We're off to a board, heads up, and it comes Queen 9 ace. We got bottom set. He checks to me and I bet $15. He makes a call. The turn is a 9. We drill quads. He checks to me again and goes, let's just see a river. Let's see a river. Come on, man. Trying to convince me just to check it back. Now, I normally wouldn't just check this back. However, knowing how loose he is, he can have a bunch of junky draws here like 10-8 or Jack-King that are drawing completely dead and might fold when the board pairs if I were to bet into him once again. So I check it back, hoping he either bluffs or gets there on the river. It's a deuce and he bets $45. Now, I think he's either got something good or he's got complete air, which is why I decided to raise, but raise to a large sizing. I size up to $175, trying to build a pot here. He quickly folds, tells me an ace though, so nice fold to him. I show him quads. He's not too happy about how hot I'm running against him. The high hand refreshes every 30 minutes and it's a $150 payout. There's 7 minutes left when I hit this 9, and I am not kidding you. Within less than 1 rotation, I hear an announcement over the intercom. You've got to be kidding me. I turn around, look at the TV, and it wasn't just a dream. We don't win it, but at least we are running good.
Watching Jack run so hot, how about I pick up pocket jellos for the last hand of the night? This is a very interesting one. I'm in middle position, under the gun bets $20. This is a pretty tight player, so I'm not going to be 3-betting this time. I make the call. We see a call from the small blind and the big blind, so we have ultimate last action. Going on to a flop, which comes 3, 4, 5, 2 clubs. Initial aggressor checks after the blinds check, so it's to me. With my overpair, I bet half pot. I go $40. We see a call from Suitman in the small blind, and now the big blind player jams all in for $100. I started the hand with $400, a little more. Suitman covers me, so this is a very interesting spot. I think about re-raising. I decide to not 4-bet the flop. I just make the call to the $100, and Suitman comes along as well. The turn is the 4 of diamonds. He checks to me, and because the board pairs, I'm not necessarily liking my hand as much anymore, although I think I can still be betting here to charge flush draws. The river is the 2 of spades, and at this point, when he checks to me, it really looks like he does have a busted flush draw. I check, the pot's pretty big. He flips over queen 10 of clubs. We have that beat. How about the big blind who jammed all in? He has pocket 8s, so we had that dominated. We hold, and we scoop in a big one at the end of the night.
Final hand a note for me, and it's a fun one. We got ace 8 of hearts in the +1. Under the gun opens $12. I make the call, and we go 5 ways to a board of 9-3 deuce with 2 hearts and a spade. Got that nut flush draw. Checks all the way around to the cutoff though. He bets $30. I'm the only caller, and the turn is a great one. The 10 of hearts. We drill the nuts. I check to him in flow, and he quickly checks this one back. The river is the king of spades. And here's an interesting spot for me. Now I think about what he would actually be betting the flop with, and I think that'd contain heart draws, a 9, 2 pairs sets, and some draws like 4-5. And I think if I were to lead out here, a 9 would actually be able to find a fold fairly easily, and a hand that completely missed like 4-5 would just have to fold. So I think this is a great spot actually to check here, possibly allow him to turn his pair of 9s into a bluff. I also think he's gonna value bet a hand like 2 pair or sets here. I think that's the best way to get the most money in the pot. So I check to him, and he obliges by betting $70. He's only got a little over $100 left in his stack. I think about it for a little bit, and funny enough, this was actually the hand where they announced the royal flush. I'll let you guys listen in.
What did you say?
Royal flush.
Yeah, someone got it wrong.
Big one. With a capital R.
Yeah, man.
That is the nutter butter.
Attention please, we have a new hand for this it is a royal flush,
As you can see, I ripped it all in, and the guy snap folded. He must have had nothing, but glad we were able to extract a little bit more money from him as we rack up on the night. Tampa's been treating us well so far.
Boys, we wrapped it up. All right, starting us off with the end. Patrick, a lot of fun tonight. In for what? Out for what?
Action.
In for?
In for 8, out for 1,019.
Graham.
Patrick snapped my bluff off with a set, so I'm in for the 4, out for 70.
Okay.
I was in for
Quads.
4, out for 920.
That's good.
All my chips. all of my chips.
I was in for 200, out for $635, $400 profit on my birthday. You're up for the next session. Let's go.
It's bright out here. I think we're just not gonna go to bed. We'll see what happens.
Probably not.